Hi, I'm Uma. I'm your host for this emotional literacy series, and my point of view is shamanic, since I am trained traditionally in shamanic practices, and I'm training shamans myself since over a decade. I'll let you in this shamanic view even deeper in this video. In the last video, you have learned basic mirroring. You have learned how to hold an emotional space for another person so that they feel safe to express themselves. In this video, I'll go even deeper. I'll show you how I sensed the word freedom in Dominik before he even knew it. I would like to give you a word to take into your solar plexus and see what's happening. Would that be okay for you?
hmm
Then I would like to give you the word freedom. And this is the spiritual psychological path to holding space. I sensed the word freedom in Dominik's energy field. This isn't mind reading, this is energy sensitivity. There is a difference between reflecting what is said and sensing what's unspoken. To explain that, I will go through the basics just for a short minute. Emotions are energy that wants to move through the body. As I said before in my videos, it's the soul speaking through your body with the history that your body knows. And when we don't feel our emotions, they get stored in our body and in our energetic field. There are many emotionally cluttered people. They have unfelt emotions lingering around them in their energetic fields around them, or even in their body where they can manifest and create blockages of energy flow. Sensitive people might feel these emotions when they come close to the energy field of that person who is cluttered. And being cluttered is pretty normal in our world because you need time and you need introspection to really feel through your emotions. If not, they just get stored and influence your future because emotions want to be felt. So if you don't feel them in one situation, they will attract another situation where you get the ability to feel them again. So you can feel through them and learn through feeling the emotions what your soul actually wants in this life. So now I have used the word energetic field. What's that? So the energetic field consists of what we call the aura, the tight energetic field around a person. And then there is an energetic field that is shared between people when they meet or when they have met and formed a connection. It's like you attach energy strings to each person that you are connected with and that you exchanged emotions with. And when you meet with a person, your auras build a bigger energy field where energy exchange and information exchange is happening. I bet you have realized that when you meet with certain people, you are a certain kind of your personality, and when you meet with other people, you are a certain other kind of your personality. And that has to do with these energetic fields because each person has things that you connect with, openings for your openings. And that is what flows between you and them. So it might be that you feel as a different person when you are with certain people because they have very specific topics in their aura that your aura reacts to. And emotions also are moving through these fields, which means when you are in a situation, certain emotions are offered in the bigger energetic field. And then there is the question who takes on these emotions. I once had a session with a daughter who had problems with her mother, and the mother was always disappointed about the daughter. At one point, I asked the daughter if she is disappointed about her mother too. And she was. She was disappointed about herself and about the mother. And that is because the disappointment was in the field. That is very important to know, because usually people who are more sensitive just tend to take on the emotions that are in the field, even if they don't belong to them. So once I worked through the disappointment that the daughter felt, she didn't need to feel it anymore, and it went away in the complete field. So it also went away in the mother, and different situations could come up in their lives together. So these emotionally sensitive people are like sponges. They pull in the emotions that are in a field. And once I was like that too, before I learned just to read them and let them be and not take them on, which is what I would like to teach you too. Other people are like emotional walls. They do not let any emotions in because they have not learned how to live through and feel through emotions. And for them, I would like to create an opening to feel through emotions. So there is more harmony in the field, and each one can take responsibility for the emotions that they go through. Our goal here is to have conscious and fluid boundaries, so none is very rigid or too open, but to create a communication between the systems, between the people, that is very conscious. So we are aware of what's happening. To get there, we have to become emotionally literate. And the first step to do that is to feel the emotions in your own body. For that, it's really good if you can name sensations in your body and not judge. For example, I feel a heaviness in my stomach, instead of saying, oh, I'm sad. Really go down to the body level, because that helps the energy move through your system in a better way. You can always label it later, but the first layer is the sensations. Once you manage that, you can tap into the information that the emotion provides you. As we have said in the videos before, anger, for example, shows you how to be eye to eye with a person. What are your needs here? What are your boundaries that are overstepped? Where's your overwhelm? You learn about yourself, and then you can bring that in responsibly in your communication with another person. And that is the information we are looking for in our emotions. And if you manage that with yourself, then your ability to read the emotions in the field will grow as well. Because you can sense the body parts that are activated. You can get information from the field that is beyond what you would feel on your own. The key here is to letting go of judgment, because that refines your intuition. When you're judged, you have a very narrow and fixated view already done in your head. But what we need is an openness, a readiness to receive information, a readiness to receive the energies. And that requires a different energetic movement in yourself, a different attitude in yourself than judgment. You can't skip any of these levels. Each one builds upon the other, which is why I urge you to connect with yourself, with your body, to practice mirroring first. It's really important that you have a good communication culture that does not attack the other person, and that you can create safety in your communication with the others. It's also important to have a strong emotional literacy with yourself, because when you take the information that your emotions provide you seriously, then you will build compassion for yourself, for the parts in yourself that you didn't look at for maybe a whole lifetime. And this compassion will help you hold even safer rooms for others, because it will spread upon the parts that they didn't see. If you get intuitive hits, you can offer them, but gently. Between Dominik and I, we already have a huge amount of trust. We already had conversations like this 1,000 times. So when I offer something due to experience, he's very willing to take that. But if you have never done that before, it's important that you are very, very gentle and that your focus keeps being on the safety between you and the person you hold space for. If you're wrong, it's no problem. Sometimes people don't feel what we feel in the system. That can happen. Maybe they're not ready, and that is something we have to accept. Or we're wrong. Something of our own story came up and was triggered, and then we have to let go of that, reground, recenter, reopen ourselves to be the safe space that the person needs who is feeling through emotions. This advanced work takes years to develop safely. So please start with the basics and trust the process. Both approaches create a profound healing when they are done with love. So I hope if you're a sensitive person that you get the spark on working on your emotions and especially to go into your body even further, because that will strengthen your intuition and that will make you an even greater help for other people. Let's all get emotionally literate. I'll see you in the next video.